So tonight, let's talk about fear. What does fear do? What does fear keep you from doing? I think in terms of my own life, and I had a very specific circumstance a few years back that showed me exactly the power that fear had over my life. One was a religious experience. I won't go into that one. Maybe I will. I don't know. But the other one was an actual confrontation with fear. I was at a camp as an advisor for my high school student council, and we took the student council to this camp in Yamhill, Oregon. And one of the things they did there at midnight. Okay, we're in our cabins asleep at midnight. They bang on the door, and they go, "Come on, we're going down to the pamper pool." The what? The pamper pool. I don't know what a pamper pool is. So it's pitch black out. It's dark, midnight, and they get everybody in a line, and they tell you to stand right behind the person, put your hand out to the person in front of you so you can touch their back. And you can't even see who that person is. It's that dark. And so we start down this trail, and they said, just keep your hand out there and keep that person, and the person that's leading knows the way, and they'll take us down the trail. So we go down, and it's about a quarter of a mile that we're going along like this through the dark, just with our hands, and I can feel somebody's hand poking my back every now and then. We get to this clearing, and they have a flashlight. They take the flashlight, and they turn on it, and they show this pole. And they take the flashlight, and they go up the pole, and it's about a 30-foot pole, 30 feet high. And off to the 5 feet out, or 6 feet away, and 5 feet above the top of the pole, there's a trapeze swinging this way. Okay, so the pole goes up here, and out here there's a trapeze swinging. And the idea is you're going to climb up this pole in the dark when you can't see. You're going to get up to the top, and after you get to the top, you have to turn 90 degrees to face that trapeze, and then you have to jump into the dark and reach for that trapeze. Now, you're not doing this alone. You're belayed. You have a belay, a rope, with a harness and everything. But here's how the fear works. So first one of our officers does it. He jumps out and he makes it. He's a big, strong football player, and so then someone else tries it and they can't make it. And then they go, Mr. Garrett, you need to try it. I said, no. And then they all cheer, yes, you got to try it. So now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I start up this pole, and on the bottom of the pole, they have these long hooks out, easy steps. Grab a hold of it. And about 10 feet up, they go to little shorter spikes that come out. And about 15, 20 feet up, they go to just little pegs that come out like this. And then the last 2 or 3 are nothing but they're like horseshoe staples, about this big in the side of the pole. And you got to climb up and put your feet on those things. And I got to where my knees were even with the top of the pole. And I could see the top of the pole, the moon or the stars shining. There wasn't any moon that night, but I could see the top of the pole. And I could hear the kids down below. They could see my silhouette as they looked up. But I couldn't see anybody down below. It was dark. But they go, you can do it, Mr. Gary, you can do it. And I couldn't, because of my mind telling me that if I try to get that foot up there, I'm going to fall. And we have that fear of falling. We know that if it falls, it's going to hurt. And so I would try, and I'd hold on to the top of the nail, and I'd put my foot up there, but I couldn't get the hoist. It wasn't because of strength, it was because of fear. I was bound. I couldn't move. But I couldn't go down because all the kids were down there saying, "Go, Mr. Garrett, go, Mr. Garrett." And so finally, I got it through my brain. Wait a minute. If I go up and I fall, they're going to belay me down and just go, I'm not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt anything. And when I realized the pain wouldn't be there, the fall wouldn't really happen, it broke the back of the fear. And the fear had no more power over me. And I'm not joking, the very next attempt I went, whoop, and I was standing on top of the pole. And the kids all cheered down below. They could see that I'd made that final step, and I put my arms out like this. I still got my thing on. And then I turned my 90 degrees to face and when you do that, then they shine the light up so you can see the trapeze, see right where it is. And I saw it out there, 5 feet high, 6 feet away from the bar. Well, I'm 6 feet tall. I know I can jump 6 feet. I know I can reach out and grab that bar. So anyway, I'm getting ready, and then they shine the light out, and I'm back in the dark. I know that bar is out there. I just have to reach out, and so I ready, set, and I jumped. The fear was gone. I didn't care. I knew if I missed the bar, I would just go belay down. If I caught the bar, I could swing back and forth for a while. Then I'd let go, and they'd lower me down. But the fear was broken. And how many times? Well, the thing about that happened was I jumped. And what I didn't do is I didn't allow for the fact that as I'm standing on top of this 30-foot pole, when I go to jump, the pole's going to give a little bit, like this. And so I didn't get all my push that I wanted, and I felt the bar, felt my fingertips go boop off the bar like that. So I missed it, but I belayed down. But the thing about it was I was able to make that jump without fear. I was able to make that jump not bound any longer by fear. I was able to climb to the top of that pole once I broke the back of fear in my life. And I want to say that happens in corporate life, that happens in belief life, that happens in business, that happens in relationships. We have fears that we just let come up and become big roadblocks to our life. And we need to know how to overcome those fears, and it happens between here and here. Fear is nothing more than a thought in here of an expectation of a negative result. Fear means that something bad is going to happen, something painful is going to happen, something that's going to cause loss in our life is going to happen, something that's going to cause extenuating circumstances, something that's going to cause us to not like the outcome. That's what fear does. When you banish that fear and say, I don't care, I'm just going to jump and it's not going to matter. And when we jump and throw our cares to the wind, we move in faith. And fear has no more power over us. Think about that. That's the lesson for tonight. Break the back of fear with faith.